This video is about how to thread the BabyLock Jubilant sewing machine. At home you might use small spools of thread, so you'll start by putting your spool onto the spool holder and then replace that little cap. Here at the school we use big cones of thread, so you'll start by putting your thread on the spool holder and up into the little hook at the top. Then up on top of the machine you'll see a solid line with numbers. That's for threading the machine. The dotted line with numbers is for winding a bobbin, and there'll be a separate video about how to wind a bobbin on this machine. So I'll start by putting the thread under the 1 and then under the 2. So it's 1, 2. Then straight down this line, and you see the arrow with the 3. Go around that. Then this is the flywheel at the side. You can turn it towards you, and that's going to raise two things. It's going to raise the needle and it's going to raise the thread uptake lever. On this machine you can't open up the side. There's one screw on the back if you really need to, but there you can see that silver hook. That's the thread uptake lever. You want to take your thread up on the right, down on the left, so it's really hooked right into the end of that lever. Then come straight down past the 5. At the top of the needle you'll see a 6. And you need to get your thread in behind that little hook there. So right into that little hook. Good. And now you can just thread your needle, just old school style, just put your thread through the eye of the needle there. But if you want to be able to use the automatic needle threader, then put your thread underneath this section that has no number, over the 7, and then just drape it over the 8 on the side here, which is the thread cutter, but we're not cutting it right now, we're just holding it there for a moment. So my left hand is holding that thread over the thread cutter, and then my right hand is going to turn the wheel, kind of wiggle the wheel until I get the needle in the absolute highest position. So while I'm holding that thread with my right hand, I'm going to push down. This is number 9. Push that. It pushes a loop of thread through the needle, and then you just need to pull the thread right out. Tuck that thread in between the toes of the presser foot, and then that top thread is done. To insert the bobbin, there's a little rectangle just to the side of the bobbin window. Push that to the right, and the bobbin window pops out. And then take your bobbin, and if you're looking at it this way, where the thread is coming off the top to the right, just flip it over. You need to have it coming off the top to the left. Place that in the bobbin well, and then your thread travels under this little finger and around this pathway. And then if I hold the bobbin still, I can just cut the thread. So there's a little picture there that kind of can remind you about that thread coming off the top to the left and then around that finger. And then your window goes back in and you're ready to sew.